Good morning. It's the weekend, and that just ain't right. That's a fair bit better. It's a weekend. I don't want to be thinking about work. And that'll do for now. I mean, if this ends up becoming a long-term thing, I may want to get an actual curtain. But for now, that blanket will keep me from having to look at my work computer. Anyways, it is Saturday, April 25th. Gotten up. Day has begun. I do want to do a little more of the black base coat on some of these, because it's been several days since I've worked on any of them. I don't know. And most of today's been pretty lazy. I did get most of these covered. I still got a few that were in the batch that I hadn't started yet that I need to cover a little more, but I'll soon be able to start actually painting them. And I mean, some of them are going to be pretty easy. I mean, they're base and then like a dry brush, because some of them are close to black. But I did come in here and I was messing around a bit, and I've had on my phone the project of trying to redo the Jade Kind Gaming store, basically, for a couple years now. But because the store that I'd first set up didn't quite let me do what I wanted, I knew that it was going to mean, well, basically having to find a new storefront. Obnoxious. However, one of the things I did today was I poked in on that. Really just curious if I've earned anything through whatever, and it looks like I've earned like $3 and something, so I've probably sold like one thing. But even that's cool. I don't really promote it. You kind of have to click on to go to the web page and then go quick from there. So I mean, but it looks like they now will let me do what I want. Which the main thing I want is I want to be able to, when I'm setting a image to go onto a product, I want to be able to tell it, don't allow certain colors. For example, if the image I set is this logo, which is from 2017, which looks great on black, but it doesn't look good on white, so I want to be able to tell it, no, don't put it on white. Not allowed. And when I was thinking, okay, I'm not going to do it today, but pretty soon that means I might actually, when that thing comes up and says, hey, redo your store, I might actually take the time and do it. I was like, you know what I can do today? I can get other logos ready, because I've only had, that's the most recent one I've had. I'll go back to the earlier one shortly, but first, I got a bunch more ready. I got from 2018 this kind of electric version, and this version that's very simple, although it looks nice and clean when it's on black. I have this one from last year as the main color one, but also a blue one, since that was in there, and the rainbow one, because that could look cool on some things. And then same for this year's logo, I have the green one. I skipped the blue on this one, but I think I am going to do the rainbow again. And then I have this logo is what I had in from last year. Now, if you notice, no, on all of these, they're large files, and they're transparent background. This one, when I zoom in, is kind of pixelated. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So, I went back to my 2015 logos file. All this graphic design is stuff that I've done for the logos at the beginning of my videos in After Effects. So instead of using like Photoshop or an actual image editing software, all of these images are made through After Effects. So I went back to that file and I re-exported it cleanly. And if you kind of look at the difference, You can now actually see some of like the texture in there. The lines are solid. Yeah, it's a much nicer version. I won't go back to earlier logos, because earlier logos were garbage. I mean, because I started in 2013, and that's as big as that logo gets. That is the logo as I used it in the video. It is just a still image that has transparency that I used on the videos. That's what it was. And, I mean, that's where that original font came up, and I am thinking probably next year I want to get back to that font. I've gone a couple years away from it. I like that font for the brand. But that is just the font typed out and 2 different images that I got online of Jade, like texture website, whatever, and I got pictures of Jade and I just put it behind the letters to give it the color. That's all I did. Yeah, no, it was 2015 when I felt like, okay, now I'm getting into the logos. That's when I started using Element 3D, which was a bit of a nightmare trying to re-get that logo out. And there was one point where I thought I'd crashed the computer, because it spent about 45 seconds with the screens just having gone black. I'd have really panicked if I hadn't been listening to music at the time and the music wasn't continuing to play. But I'm like, did I just kill my graphics card? I can't have just killed my graphics card. I haven't built the new computer yet. But I didn't. I just crashed the software trying to do too large of a file. But yeah, so I've done that bit of productivity. I've worked on some. Basically, I'm getting higher resolution versions of just like my logos for JadeKind Gaming, and the goal at some point will be to get, you know, t-shirts and stuff with it on. You know, it looks like there's a lot more options. I own one shirt that has my logo on it. I like never wear it because it doesn't fit right, because I had very limited options. Again, it looks like they've changed some things and there's a little more flexibility now. Anyways, like I said, it's been a while since I had breakfast, I guess. And last night when I made burgers, I made 4. I just have 2 that I have to cook still, so dinner. And I think the burgers came out even a little better than yesterday. Just being a little more familiar with what I'm doing. It seems like a pretty good option. Except for the first time, like, ever, I'm thinking, oh, that's why they sell those splatter guard things. As it does just leave grease just splattered all over the thing. Over the tea kettle. Everywhere. I'm like, ooh, okay. That part's obnoxious. But otherwise, very nice. Very nice. Food's good. Just a bit messy. And today remained otherwise unproductive. I didn't even quite get to, like, dishes or getting trash out. Any of the basic things, much less editing more than I absolutely had to. But I'm okay with that. I hope to be more productive tomorrow. But for today, I'm like, you know what? I just got off work. Let's give myself a day to rest. And I did basically finish getting a black base on all of the figures. So those are something I can work on moving forward. They're ready to go. Some of them are basically almost done now that they have a black base, because they'll get like maybe a single dry brush and be good, because they're going to be like a near black looking thing. Others have a lot of work. But still, I'm tired. I'm gonna head to bed. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.